welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and this is another Get Fit With Me series, yoga edition. And as you could definitely tell, I have a lot more energy than I did the past couple of videos. So yes, the time is passing. The video that we're going to be doing today is a continuation of the Yoga with Adriene. And that challenge that we have going on, I believe it's going to be day 22, and it's going to be a line. It is actually going to be a longer practice than some of the other ones we've done in the past. You may not know how long these videos are, because one of the things I'll full transparency share with you guys is I chop and screw a lot of my yoga videos, because I do rather you go to the originator, because I'm not doing any of that. I'm just here to inspire you to go out and you do it yourself. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. I want this to be an inspiration, not me trying to jack their stuff. Also, because a lot of yoga is standing pose, you're doing a lot of stretching, slower movement. I don't think anyone has interest in me doing all the slower movements. So I speed it up a little bit so we get to it and you kind of get more of the gist of what I'm doing. And then I try to share when I'm doing my commentary in the video what I'm doing, so that you yourself can kind of get an understanding, but you don't have to watch me do every single step, because I think that's a bit much. So, but anyway, I'm saying this again. If you want to do the whole routine, go to their channel and do it. But anyway, we'll see how this goes. It is a longer practice than all the other ones that we've done so far. Most of the practices have been about between, I would say, 15 to 21 minutes, and this one's about 26 minutes. So we'll see how this goes, and we're going to get right into it. We're starting off in a seated position. After being in the seated position for some time, I'm working on our breathing and getting present for the practice. We're now moving our necks just back and forth to stretch it out, to get more prepared for the practice itself. From the seated position, we are transitioning over to a tabletop position where we're going to do some cat-cow. couple of reps of the cat and cow. We are now doing the hovering tabletop next. I should have mentioned this is a variation of a hovering tabletop. We're transitioning from left to right with our knees as well, alternating each side. After doing this kind of alternate hovering tabletop, where we are working on the core, kind of doing a little bit of arm work, we are now going back to just a tabletop position where we reverse our hands pointing the opposite direction, so towards us, where we're stretching our wrist. Once we do this wrist kind of resting pose, we then now transition where we put one of our legs, I'm not sure which one it was, out, where we stretch it for a second, and then we transition to a lunge. Now, if you need to help your leg along to make the lunge happen, do that. We actually hold the lunge pose for a little bit, and then we do transition to a reverse lunge, and from there, kind of like an alternate version of a lizard pose is what we end up at next. And we're going to be doing this on both sides, by the way. I should also mention that. We complete this sequence of both sides, we're going into kind of a child's pose, but it's again a little bit like an alternate child's pose where we first are stretching our from like the left side to the right side. So we're using the child's pose basically to stretch our obliques. From that kind of alternate child's pose, we are now at downward facing dog. From doing the downward facing dog and doing a couple of different sequences in between, we're now transitioning over to the front of the mat where we will be at standard forward bend. From the standard forward bend, we root to rise to mountain pose. In the mountain pose, we put our hands on our neck and we then stretch it back and forth. So behind our back on our neck, just stretching back and forth from left to right. From the mountain pose and after the stretching, we are now transitioning back to a high lunge versus it being a low lunge. From the high lunge or crescent moon lunge, but in a high lunge kind of pose, we are going to be doing a vinyasa in between, and then from there back to doing the same thing but on the other side. After doing the sequence on both sides and including that another vinyasa, we are now back to the front of the mat and downward forward bend. rise again in mountain pose. We stand in mountain pose for a little bit, and next we're going to be doing the same thing on both sides, but we're going to put our hands in prayer position, and we're going to lift one leg up, and this is where we're going to be doing some balancing poses. I incorporated Warrior 3 in both of these poses, but it really just called for dancer, but this is kind of where I just did some improv moves here. And if you fall, in the words of Adrian, we will catch you. So I did definitely fall here a little bit, but I went back to it. Do the balancing pose of both sides. We are now transitioning back over to more of the front of the mat where we're doing a downward forward bend. From that, we are heel toeing out to a stance that's like about the size of the yoga mat. And we're going to be doing either a goddess pose, if you want to call it that, froggy pose, or just a form of a squat. And kind of just to counter the balancing poses, and you're kind of continuing a balancing pose in a way. Once you complete doing that, then we're going to transition down to a seated position and slowly move to laying down. Once we are completely on our backs, we're going to put our knees up and then transition to a supine twist on each side. Basically, we are getting to point to close to the end of the practice, and we're winding down. Hi, so that concludes the yoga practice Align. And if you notice in the video today, I actually experimented a little bit. I was feeling very inspired. So I did sprinkle in some Warrior Threes. The video didn't call for that. I just felt it, and so I did it. Also did Dancer, and I did Fall too. But I just, that's the beauty about a yoga practice. It's truly that practice. And you may have heard the noise. I dropped my remote. That's okay. It is what it is. But also, it was weird. While I was doing the yoga practice, I just mentally was becoming more and more inspired. I will share later, I do have more ideas of what I want to do with the channel. But all those thoughts were coming in my head while I was doing this practice. Now, I discard them and kept the practice moving, but that's one of the things I enjoy and love about exercise for me personally. It inspires all my other ideas in life. That's actually what keeps me going and keeps me doing exercise, because it helps with this. Of course, it physically manifests itself where I, keep in shape and look good from a vanity standpoint, and I'm healthy from a physical standpoint. But that is one of the reasons why I decided I really wanted to do this channel, because I really want to inspire others to work on themselves more. People think I'm crazy because I work on myself all the time. And people think I'm crazy because I intentionally isolate at times. And it's not because I'm going through things. And sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not. A lot of times it's actually, I'm just trying to protect what I got going on. And, I know I'm a lot, and everyone's a lot. And we all have went through some trying times the past 3 years. Let's just face it. But getting off the soapbox a little bit. So I guess the other thing I wanted to share is I think maybe people need a little bit more insight into who I am as a person. And I wasn't always in shape. Maybe that will help explain things a little bit more. And I think I am going to show a before picture of me, because I was not always in shape. Even when I'm slim thick and I've gained some weight and I'm a little bit on the thickum side, the way this weight is looking up and down these days is not the way it was. It wasn't the way it was. I will go into that in a story time and share that, I think, in the future. But I just wanted to kind of preface that and just put that out there, because I want people who see this video, see the videos, to be inspired. Because I will be honest, me doing this has been inspiring for me personally. I've been feeling personally fulfilled, but I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about everyone. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you know someone who may need to pick me up, who may be feeling down on themselves, bring them over here. Bring them on this way. This is positive energy over here. That's what I'm trying to bring, is some positive energy. And if you get anything out of this content, good, bad, or indifferent, the views are the views too. I'm going to keep it real. Either or is all right with me. But anyway, please like and comment and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you. Oh, child. I went through that whole entire soapbox and did not describe much about the actual routine. So again, you saw that improv, and even though it was 26 minutes, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was actually pretty chill, and those 26 minutes went by really fast. So I would say the video before that was actually more challenging, and that was shorter. So there's that. Anyway, this outro is already almost 5 minutes long. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I know I've said that this is now the third time. Anyway, I will see you later. Bye.